Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As you already know, this is your US General 5-drawer tool cart with side tray and deep compartment. Today is Monday, as you can see. We just now making it back over to the storage unit, getting back to it, getting busy as always. In today's segment, what we're going to do is a little long-term review. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the brand Ingersoll Rand. All right. For this particular segment video, I am going to leave 3 links in the description, okay? That's basically going to apply to the tools that will be demonstrated and shown in this particular video. In those links that you will see, okay, you will see the same tools being used in a professional settings, in a professional shop, in real worldly life situations, okay, other than me just technically giving you a tool haul or a tool review and things like that, so that you can basically see, where the tools perform and, how they do, how they hold up and things of that nature. All right. But I ain't going to hold you up too much more longer. Today I am recording with my cell phone. I'm not recording, with my normal tablets. I'm having an issue with the memory in my tablets. So this is going to be a first of me using my cell phone. All right. So I got to see how the clarity and, how the visuals look coming from the cell phone. All right. But as I always state, as usual, I always keep my signature lingering somewhere in the background. My Dunkin' Donuts coffee. You already know. Okay? So pretty much I'm about to get some contents out to the top of the tool cart. We're going to dive right into it. So walk with me. Okay? Let's get it. Okay, now as you can see here, all right, which is the IR, this is the 3/8, and as you can see, this is a 3/8 stubby. To give you a good idea of what model it is, this is the 15Q Max, and as you can see, the literature on the front cover of the box. Another thing that I want you to take notice to, as you can see here, that it is made in China by Ingersoll Rand. If this will focus in clear enough in order for you to see it. Okay. Pretty much with using this particular 3/8 stubby impact in a professional settings, the tool does hold up very well. Okay. Basically there's nothing really wrong with it. In some instances it has struggled on me a little bit in certain particular applications, but to point out about those applications, which the tool was applied to, which is a 3/8 drive, was actually applied to 1/2-inch drive applications, which I technically do not suggest. Okay. In those situations when I was recording that footage in the shop, okay, it wasn't pre-planned or anything like that. I could have actually went to my 1/2-inch drive, but for the very first time, okay, I technically never used this 3/8 stubby in a 1/2-inch drive application. So I basically want to push the tool to see what the tool was capable of doing, what it basically wasn't capable of doing. So in the first particular shot and first particular video, you will see that I was using this gun on a Silverado truck, okay, tearing down all 4 wheels from off the truck. The following next video was the following next day, okay, which the tool started struggling on a Chrysler Caravan, which there was 3 cease lug nuts, okay. In that second video, once again, I could have went to a 1/2-inch drive pneumatic impact, but for that second segment of that video, because I actually have a lot of cordless also, I had decided, to see what cordless could do testically compared to pneumatic impact, knowing that this is air pressurized, all right, and batteries is uncorded. So in that particular segment, okay, I turned around and I used the Milwaukee High Torque. I could have used the 3/8 stubby on the 3/8 stubby, between Milwaukee and Ingersoll, but unfortunately that day it really didn't dawn on me. I just actually happened to go to the 1/2-inch drive, which in that video you'll see that the 3/8 stubby was there, but I just technically to go with the correct drive size in order to remove the cease fasteners. Okay. The third shot video that you will see in the particular links you will see all 3 Ingersolls connected at the same time in a professional settings in a professional shop. Okay, where that you can hear how they sound and how they hit and things of that nature. All right. But in the process, I wind up stepping up the gun to another IR 3/8 drive, which is the 215 Ti Max. So I'm gonna get that out real quick so that we could take a look at that and get a little side-by-side comparison and see what it do. Let's get it. Okay, now as you can see, I have the 215 Ti Max out at the prior moment. Normally on all of my pneumatic impact guns, just as well as my cordless guns, I keep protective boots on all of my equipment. And most of the majority of my guns all have, as you can see, rubber pistol grips on them. And the Ti 215, okay, has a protective boot on it. Now, there's a big difference between this 215 because it's a whole lot much more slimmer. It's a whole lot much more narrow, okay? But it is longer in length than this 3/8 stubby, which you can see is a whole lot much more squared body, whole lot much more bulkier, okay? But you can see technically the difference, you know, between the stubby. There's a major difference between the back head and just as well as with the 1/2-inch drive also. Okay, just to give an overhead head-to-head comparison, okay, between the stubby and the 215, and you can basically see the distance of the stubby, okay. Throughout the period of time of me using these in a professional settings, in a professional shop, like I demonstrated and I show in the third link that will be in the description, all right, that this 215 is a whole lot much more louder than this stubby, just as well as the 1/2-inch drive impact. The 215, the sound that comes from it is a little bit more high pitched, okay, in a professional shop, professional setting. It is very loud, technically compared to the 2235 Q Max. Now, this 15 Q Max is more of a quiet tool. They do provide this particular model in 1/2-inch drive also, all right. But the tool, it has held up very well. I did use it a whole lot, broke the tool in crazily, but now it seems more like, you know, I technically go to the 215 a whole lot much more often than the stubby. The stubby can get you in some enclosed close areas, okay, but that's not to say that the 215 cannot do the same thing also. So I do prefer the 215 over the 15 Q Max, all right, depending upon your applications and as far as, you know, what type of work that you may possibly do, all right. Okay, here's to basically give an overhead shot, and as you can see to the far left, all right, is the 215, and on the right is the stubby, the 15 Q Max. Okay, so you can basically see that in differential, you can tell that the 215 is a whole lot much more slimmer in design compared to the squared body of the 15 Q Max, all right. Just as well as the height differential, all right. I never had any problems with restriction of the air. I should actually be changing a lot of these fittings to swivel fittings. They do provide other fittings out there, you know, that allow the tools to, you know, receive more air, depending upon which your shop specifications are, okay, and spec ranges of some of the compressors, all right. Okay, so pretty much, like I say, I'm going to leave 3 links in the description where you can actually see these tools actually being put to use in some real live situations, okay, throughout all 3 videos, all right. So if you get the time, opportunity, you know, take a look at those, all right. Once again, this is the 15 Q Max right here, and the brand is Ingersoll Rand. This is a 3/8 stubby impact, pneumatic impact gun, okay. Pneumatic all the way. Cordless is secondary. Never make cordless your first primary. All right. And my suggestions depending upon, you know, what type of work that you do. All right. So into that next tool review, that next tool haul, that next modification video, we gonna check you later. Peace.